Three big questions for Manchester United under Carrick. The 1-2 defeat against Newcastle did more than just end Manchester United's unbeaten run. It opened up pressing questions about tactical management, squad selection, and the long-term future of the head coach position. Highlights: Newcastle 2-1 Manchester United. In the early hours of March 5th, Newcastle, despite being reduced to 10 men, showed resilience. The so-called honeymoon period of Carrick's tenure came to a halt at St. James Park. A dramatic 90th minute strike from William Osula sealed United's fate. It ended their 7-match unbeaten streak since Carrick stepped in as interim manager. This was Carrick's first loss as head coach, yet United still held on to third place in the Premier League table, thanks to Aston Villa's failure to secure points against Chelsea. But the setback was not simply a slip. It forced fans and analysts to reconsider deeper issues. How much responsibility lies with Carrick? His interim role has always been seen as a trial run. To earn the permanent position, he must prove he can steer a top club through challenges. Earlier matches showed steady game management. United may not have dazzled, but they found ways to grind out results. Against Newcastle, however, the narrative shifted. United enjoyed a numerical advantage, but failed to capitalize. They dominated possession, yet lacked sharpness in the final third. Their inability to kill off the game left them vulnerable, and they paid the price with a late concession. Carrick's substitutions raised eyebrows. Casemiro was withdrawn for Ugarte, weakening midfield stability. Tyrell Malacia, sidelined for long, was introduced but struggled in the decisive sequence. These choices reignited debate about trusting academy talents. Carrick cannot shoulder all the blame, yet if he aspires to be permanent manager, every choice will be scrutinized. A slip or a warning sign. St. James Park has long been a difficult venue for United. They haven't won there since the 2020-21 season, so the defeat wasn't entirely shocking. Carrick's record remains impressive: 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss in 8 matches. Most supporters would have gladly taken that. Still, cracks appear against West Ham, Everton, and Crystal Palace. United relied on resilience rather than dominance. That ability is vital, but cannot last without improvement. Thus, the Newcastle loss feels more like a cautionary signal. Every fixture now doubles as an audition for Carrick and his staff. United remain well-placed for Champions League qualification, but momentum can shift quickly if consistency falters. The upcoming clash with Aston Villa is pivotal. A win would restore rhythm and reinforce their standing. Repeated setbacks would reignite doubts about Carrick's tenure. Beyond the honeymoon, the defeat at Newcastle may be just a bump in the season. Yet it reminds us, the initial surge of optimism has passed. From here, the challenge is sterner. Carrick must show he is not merely adept at sparking revival, but capable of guiding United through adversity. He must sustain progress and shape a team with long-term resilience. The real test of his managerial credentials begins now.